What's going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at Roku's new streaming stick to see if it's any better than their original. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? It's QwazyDog here, and like I had mentioned in the intro, today we're going to be taking a look at this guy here. This is the Roku 3600R, and it's their brand new quad-core based streaming stick, actually said to replace this guy here, the 3500. Now, if you guys have kept up to date with the channel at all, you'll know we're sort of digital carnivores. We rely heavily on fast internet, Chromecasts, and Roku sticks to deliver all of our entertainment. We don't have cable or anything like that, so this is where we actually get all of our shows. Now, this guy here is in my daughter's room, and she's starting to complain that it's a little slow, and I'm not gonna lie, there we go. It is a little slow. It's a little old. Maybe when it came out it was okay, but nowadays with updates and stuff like that to software, we're starting to feel the pain. So we reached out to Roku, and they were actually kind enough to send this guy here. This is supposed to be double, if not triple the speed of the older stick. So let's take a look at a physical tour, an unboxing, and then we're going to actually pit these guys head to head to see how long it takes to bring up media on both of them, to see if the investment is actually worth it to upgrade to this guy from the old one. Alright, and here it is. This is the external packaging for the Roku 3600R. Now, I went ahead and removed sort of all the sticky stuff you can see here and here. And it should just wiggle out. There we go. And this is it. This is the entire stick. This is going to be what streams almost anything you want, honestly. The only thing I'm waiting for personally in Canada for the Roku would be Show Me. So one thing that Roku really has nailed down is the actual presentation and packaging of their products. So you can see here you've got the user guide, nobody ever needs that, and the remote. Sweet, so we've actually got an updated remote this year. We're going to go over what the last remote looked like. That is the cable, very straightforward. Actually, one thing to note here on the cable, the port is actually at 90 degrees, which is really, really nice. That's something that they didn't do last year. We've got some batteries, and then your brick. And this would be used if by chance your TV doesn't have a USB port already on the back. Mine upstairs in the bedroom does, so when I turn on the TV, it turns on the Roku, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and take that stuff and set it aside. We're going to take the Roku stick out. There's a little button right here in the back that you just push. The stick comes out, slide that, and there we go. So let's put that there, put the remote there. And this is the 3500. Get rid of that cable. So taking a look at the sticks first, you can see there's quite a difference. First of all, the new one is a lot more attractive. They've ditched sort of the, unfortunately, the branding colors of a purplish blue, and they've gone with black, which is a lot sleeker, especially if this is hanging out of the side of your TV, if you don't maybe have a rear-mounted HDMI, or maybe in the front of your amplifier or something like that. It's just sleeker. It's going to blend better with its surroundings. You just get your serial numbers and everything. HDMI obviously is going to be the exact same on both. And then you have your USB power on the back. Now the remote is extremely intriguing, and this is the first time I've actually had the opportunity to look at the new remote. So one thing that was sort of a downfall with this one here is typically when you're used to using a D-pad like this, you're used to hitting some sort of accept or OK, but they put it underneath. With this guy here, they've actually gone ahead and put the OK in the middle, and that's really where I would have liked to see it on the previous remote. Roku is great, though, at taking constructive feedback from their customers, so that was probably something in response to some feedback that they got previously. Let's see, the battery cover is a lot nicer. You've got your sync button in here to actually set it up to your Roku. And this one here, I believe, has a sync. Yep, so sync is back here as well. Now, the nice thing with either one of these remotes, obviously, the sticks don't face the front of your TV, so they're not infrared. These things actually operate via Wi-Fi. So it's nice to know that these things don't have to be directly pointed. I have a Roku actually in my basement, and I use it for when Abigail, our 11-month-old baby, is in her crib and I'm over here working on the computer. I don't have to roll over and get in front of the TV to actually go ahead and change the stations. One thing that I do see is lacking on this remote compared to the remote in the US though, is the absence of a headphone jack and the absence of a volume rocker. Those are things that you're going to get through the mobile application for private listening, but it's something I would have liked to see on the remote itself. We also have dedicated buttons here as well for Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, and Google Play. Again, absent on this model. Something that they had in the US for quite a while with HBO Go dedicated buttons. Actually, I've got a US remote right here. And you can see we have HBO Now, Hulu, Sling, and Netflix. Netflix being the only thing, obviously, we have in Canada. We have HBO Go, not HBO Now. This has a volume rocker and a headphone jack. So something that we don't see on this guy here. I don't know if it's on the Canadian model, but it is absent on this guy here. Put that away, goes away. So I think what we're gonna do is a little bit of a shootout between how fast these guys can bring up media. I will have to set this one up first, so it's gonna take me a few minutes, but I mean, for you guys, it's very easy. The magic of editing will make it happen right now. So here we are at the actual splash screen for the Roku 3600R. I've gone ahead, I've set it up, I've gone into my Netflix account, things like that. So I'm gonna give you guys a very quick tour, because one thing that I didn't mention, other than just saying that it's a quad core, is the fact that it is 1080p only. So this is not going to be a 4K solution for anybody. It doesn't have 4x4x4 pull down or anything like that. No 3D, just standard 1080p. So the same as the 3500, the Roku 3 through the 1. They're all just standard HD. I believe there is a Roku 4 coming that will be 4K. But for now, I mean, this is fine for most people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a shootout test. I'm going to go into Netflix and I'm going to start a movie. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It's just going to be something that's on the start screen. We're going to time it. We're going to see how fast it is for this device. And then we're going to go into the 3500 and we're going to take a look at compare that speed. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and there we go. So you can see that this guy here, the 3600, is much faster than the secondary Roku that we tested, which is the 3500. Now, I didn't GIMP the tests or anything like that. Nothing was staged. They are both connected to the front of my Onkyo router in the exact same location, connected to the same 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. And that's honestly just the processing difference. So this guy here, actually, when I set up my new Roku, I noticed I registered back in 2014. So we're working with 2-year-old tech. This guy, again, brand new. Along with the times, you get some new processor power and just more optimization. So I guess in conclusion, we want to take a look at whether or not it's worth your money to go from the old 3500 to the 3600. And to that, I say yes, absolutely it's worth it. Not only for the performance increase, but just for the remotes as well. I've got both of them right here, and at least in Canada, just to have these extra buttons, it's much lighter, it's less glossy, it's got a good grip. I absolutely love it just for that feature, but performance-wise, yeah, definitely, I would go with the 3600. Am I going to switch out my Chromecast? Honestly, I think so. I have a Gen 1 and 2 Gen 2 Chromecasts, and I love the Chromecast, don't get me wrong, But the one downfall is a lot of the times when I open up, let's say, YouTube and I go to cast something, well, what happens at that point in time is it may not find it, or if I close the application and go to reopen it, I have to recast it, my watch queue is gone, things like that. Or if my battery is dead on my phone, well, that's it. I can't cast anything. So to have a dedicated utility, a dedicated processor, software, everything like that that the Roku has to offer, I mean, for me, it might be beneficial. But you guys definitely use all of this information that was provided today and make your own sound judgment. So that's it for today, guys. If you've made it this far and haven't done so already, I would greatly appreciate a like on this video, and let me know in the comments below what you guys have for a streamer, whether or not it's a Chromecast, a Roku, is TiVo still a thing? And fill that comment section with what you guys have and also what you're looking to get and whether or not you were impressed with the performance of the Roku 3600. Don't forget to subscribe as well for more great upcoming content like this. Until the next video, guys, my name has been QwazyDog. You guys have been awesome. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.